Libya is one of the 4 countries in the Maghreb region of Africa, otherwise known as North Africa, with its capital and largest city, Tripoli. Other countries in the Maghreb region are Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia. Libya is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, Egypt to the east, and Sudan to the southeast. It also shares borders with Chad to the south, Niger to the southwest, Algeria to the west, and Tunisia to the northwest. Covering the total land area of around 1,760,000 square kilometers, Libya is the 4th largest country in Africa and the Arab world, and the 16th largest in the world. The country has a population estimated to be around 6,871,000 people as of 2020. History has it that Libya was inhabited by the Berbers since the late Bronze Age. Berbers are an ethnic group indigenous to North Africa, especially Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. In 1951, Libya became an independent kingdom ruled by King Idris I. King Idris was before independence the Emir of Cyrenaica and then the King of the United Kingdom of Libya post-independence, which was renamed the Kingdom of Libya in 1963. King Idris ruled from 1951 to 1969, and he was overthrown in a bloodless military coup initiated by a coalition led by Colonel Muammar al-Gaddafi in 1969 and created a republic now known as the Libyan Arab Republic, better still, the Republic of Libya. A revolution that marked a paradigm shift in the history of the country. The new government under Gaddafi used its oil income to boost redistributive measures among the population, generating a new model of economic and social development for the country and the prospect for a unified Africa. Gaddafi was one of the world's longest-serving non-royal leaders, having ruled Libya for 42 years until he was ousted and killed in the 2011 Libya civil uprising. The Libyan economy is said to be dependent primarily on revenues from the oil sector, which account for over half of the country's GDP and over 90% of its exports. Libya holds the largest proven oil reserves in Africa and the 10th largest proven oil reserves in the world, making her an important contributor to the global supply of light crude, popularly known as sweet crude. The culture of Libya is diverse and has its roots in Berber, Africa, Turkish, and Arab cultures. Libya was also an Italian colony for about 3 decades, which had a great impact on the culture. Interestingly, Libya has over the years managed to keep its traditional folk culture alive. Languages spoken in Libya mostly is Arabic, Italian, and English. Italian and English languages are often spoken in a minor level and in tourist areas. Various kinds of Arab music are popular in Libya, such as the Andalusi music, a genre of music originally developed in Andalus, locally known as Malouf. Also, the Tuareg in the south of Libya have their own distinctive folk music where the musicians are practically women that play a one-stringed violin called the amzad or imzad, a single-string bowed instrument, as well as a variety of drums. Among Libyan Arabs, popular music instruments include the bagpipe known as zokra, the flute made of bamboo, and the darbuka, a goblet drum held sideways and played with the fingers. Also, intricate hand clapping is common in Libyan folk music. Libya was no doubt one of the most prosperous countries in Africa, although the aftermath of the fall of its leader, Colonel Muammar al-Gaddafi, has left the North African country divided between rival governments in the east and west, and among multiple armed groups competing for quotas of power control of the country and its wealth. Several years down the line since the military intervention led by the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO that led to the ousting of Gaddafi, Libya remains trapped in a spiral of violence, leaving the country in a state of absolute chaos. Whether or not Gaddafi was a dictator, as it was largely propagated, is a tale that will continue to be debated over time. But one thing is sure and obvious, and it is the fact that Libya and Libyans can no longer say for sure if they are better off today than they were decades ago. It is hoped that all interest groups somehow find a common ground in the bid to restore the nation to its status for the good of Libyans and the African continent.